Ladies and gentlemen, are you tired of putting things off, watching your goals slip further away with each passing day? What if I told you that the key to stopping procrastination isn't about motivation or willpower, but about understanding why you're stuck in the first place? Most people think procrastination is a lack of discipline, but in reality, it's a habit, a pattern of thinking that keeps you trapped in the cycle of, I'll do it later. In this video, we're going to break that cycle together. We'll uncover the real reason behind your procrastination, why it happens, and most importantly, how to take control of it right now. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment or for motivation to strike. You have everything you need to start today. Stick with me and let's make procrastination a thing of the past. Let's get right to the point. How many things in your life are currently sitting on a shelf marked late? That book you never finished, that phone call you keep postponing, that idea, that dream that's been gathering dust in the back of your mind for months, maybe even years. Here's the reality. Procrastination is more than just a bad habit. It's a thief. It steals your time, it steals your momentum, and if you're not careful, it will steal your future. The truth is, life doesn't respond to your good intention. It responds to your actions. And the people who succeed don't wait until they feel ready. They take action even when it's difficult, especially when it's difficult. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to stop procrastinating starting right now. Not next week, not next year, but now. We're going to explore why you delay, how to break that cycle, and how to develop habits that push you forward. One decision, one disciplined moment at a time. Because your dreams don't have time for excuses, and neither do you. Let's dive in. Procrastination is the quiet thief of your dreams. Let's set the record straight. Procrastination isn't just a minor delay. It's a habit, a mindset, and if you're not careful, it can become a lifestyle. Let me make it clear. Procrastination is the silent thief of your dreams. It doesn't make a big scene or slam doors. It steals quietly while you keep saying, I'll do it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. For someone who's constantly waiting, tomorrow turns into next week turns into next year, and next year turns into regret. Procrastination feels comfortable. It keeps you in your comfort zone. You tell yourself, I'll start when I feel more motivated, but here's an important truth. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is permanent. Every time you delay, you strengthen the habit of inaction. You teach yourself to wait, you teach yourself to hesitate. But life doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards action. I've seen it countless times. Capable, smart people with great ideas, but they keep putting things off. They don't fail because they tried and failed. They fail because they never tried at all. Procrastination is costly, not just in terms of money, but in missed opportunities. Every day you wait is a day you could have grown, built, or improved. But instead, you wait for the perfect moment. Here's the truth. The cost of doing nothing is always greater than the cost of doing something wrong. You can recover from a mistake, but you can never recover the time you wasted doing nothing. And while you're waiting for everything to be perfect, someone else is moving forward. Not because they're smarter, not because they have more talent, but because they're willing to start now. Procrastination lies to you. It tells you you have time. It convinces you that you're not ready and that waiting is safer than taking a risk. But here's what I know for sure. Growth happens when you take action. And the longer you wait, the louder your fear becomes and the weaker your confidence grows. What you need isn't a better plan, it's a stronger push. So let's flip the switch. Ask yourself right now, what's one thing I've been putting off? Be honest with yourself, write it down. Then take 5 minutes, yes, just 5 minutes. Do something, send that email, start that task, open the document. Just begin, because action silences anxiety. And just 5 minutes of action can transform your entire day. That small step builds momentum. And once you've gained momentum, procrastination loses its power. To beat procrastination, you have to stop negotiating with your comfort zone. Stop waiting for the right mood. You have to say now means now. Procrastination doesn't care how big your goals are. It just needs one thing, your permission to delay. Don't give it that. Remember, your dreams are counting on you to show up today, not someday. You don't need more time, you need more decisions. You don't need the right mood, you need the right mindset. So stop waiting, start moving. Take that first step, because the moment you break the habit of hesitation, you begin building the habit of progress. Let's go. It all starts with your mindset, not your calendar. People often say, if I just had more time, I'd finally get things done. But let me tell you something many people overlook. It's not about the clock, it's about your thinking. You don't fix procrastination with a calendar, you fix it with a mindset. You could have the best planner, the most detailed to-do list, and the perfect app. But if your thinking doesn't change, nothing else will. The truth is, you don't need more time. What you need is more clarity, more courage, and more responsibility. And all of that begins with your mindset. Here's the mistake we often make. We believe action starts with a schedule, but action starts with belief, and belief begins with how you see yourself. If you view yourself as someone who always delays, always puts things off, and always falls short, then guess what? You'll prove yourself right over and over again. That's the danger of a weak mindset. But if you change your thinking, everything else will follow. If you tell yourself, I am a person of action, I take responsibility, I don't need perfect conditions, I just need a purpose. Now you've got power. Now you've got movement. Let me share something that changed my life. I stopped waiting for the perfect day, and I started becoming the right person. Because when you become the right person, every day is the right day. Let's be honest. You can't control time. You can't change the past. But you can control how you think, how you respond, and how you show up. Right now, your mindset is the lens that shapes everything. It determines whether a challenge makes you stronger or shuts you down. It decides whether you say, let's go, or maybe later. And here's something else to keep in mind. Your mind will always find a reason to wait. It'll tell you you're tired. It'll say start tomorrow. It'll suggest, let's just think about it a little longer. But you have to overpower that voice with a stronger one, a voice that says, I do what needs to be done, even when I don't feel like it. That's discipline. That's identity. That's the mindset of a doer, not a dreamer. You don't need to feel ready to begin. You just need to begin, because readiness is a result, not a requirement. The right mindset says, I'm responsible. I'm capable. I'm not waiting for the perfect moment. I'm creating it. And once you adopt that thinking, procrastination doesn't stand a chance. So here's my challenge to you today. Before you write down another task, ask yourself, what kind of person do I need to be to get this done? When you focus on who you're becoming, what you do will take care of itself. Stop trying to manage your time and start mastering your mind. The moment your mindset shifts, your results will follow. Let's move forward and discuss one of the most powerful concepts I've learned in personal development, the law of diminishing intent. If you understand this concept fully, it has the power to change your entire life. Here's what it says. The longer you wait to do something, the less likely you are to actually do it. Simple but powerful. Most people don't fail because they lack knowledge. They fail because they delay taking action. They get an idea, feel the spark of inspiration, and say, yes, I'm going to do this. Then they wait. They think about it, sleep on it, talk themselves out of it. And the longer they wait, the colder their motivation becomes, until, eventually, it's gone completely. That's the law of diminishing intent. It means that emotion fades, motivation slips, and hesitation kills the moment. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it to wake you up. When you have a good idea, act on it. When inspiration strikes, move immediately. When your mind says, this could improve my life, your body should act without hesitation. You don't need to finish everything in one day, but you must start while the energy is high. Life responds to urgency. If you're casual about your future will be casual about you. But when you act with urgency, life takes notice. Opportunities show up, momentum builds, doors open. And it all starts with the habit of immediate action. Think about it. How many times have you heard something powerful in a book, seminar, or conversation and thought, that's it, I'm going to change. Then you got distracted, got busy, and told yourself, I'll start Monday. But Monday never came. That's the law of diminishing intent in action. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to act. So here's the shift. Don't just capture good ideas, convert them into action. Don't just feel inspired. Use that energy to take action. The next time something stirs your heart, ask yourself, what small step can I take right now to honor this idea? It doesn't have to be big, it just needs to be immediate. Send the message, write the first line, Put on your shoes, make the call, open the document. Action turns inspiration into transformation. Remember, motivation is temporary. Discipline makes change permanent, but action is the bridge between the two. The law of diminishing intent is real. If you ignore it, you'll collect ideas but never see results. But if you live by it, if you act quickly, even in small ways, your life will begin moving with remarkable speed. Decide to be the kind of person who acts while others wait. Be the one who moves while others plan, because progress favors the person who doesn't wait for the right time, they create it. Let's build that habit now. Break the big into small, and then take the first step. One of the biggest reasons people procrastinate is that the goal seems too big, too overwhelming, too far away. They look at the mountain and freeze, wondering where to even begin. Instead of starting, they stall, not because they're lazy, but because they're overloaded. So here's a powerful shift in perspective. Don't climb the whole mountain today. Just take the first step. Break the big into small, then do the first thing. The mind loves clarity, simplicity, and direction. But when everything feels tangled and complicated, it shuts down. You delay, avoid, and distract yourself with little tasks that feel productive but get you nowhere. So here's the solution. When the goal is big, break it down, slice it, simplify it. Write the book into write the first paragraph. Turn get in shape into take a 10-minute walk. Turn start the business into make a list of 5 people to talk to. The magic isn't in finishing everything at once. It's in creating movement. Movement doesn't come from thinking about everything. It comes from doing something. Let me tell you a secret. The first step is always the hardest, not because it's difficult, but because it breaks the barrier of hesitation. Once you begin, something changes within you. Doubt turns into progress, confusion turns into focus, and fear loses its grip. Here's the key. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait until you have the entire picture. Start with the part you do understand, and that small beginning will teach you the rest. You don't need to solve the whole puzzle today. You just need to place the first piece. Break the project down until it's too easy not to begin. And then do it immediately. Because here's what happens. That little win creates momentum. That single action builds belief. Before you know it, you're no longer thinking about the mountain, you're already climbing. So ask yourself right now, what's one big thing I've been putting off? Then ask, what's the smallest possible action I can take toward it today? Not tomorrow, not when it feels right, but today. Maybe it's a phone call. Maybe it's opening a file. Maybe it's setting a timer and working for just 5 minutes. Whatever it is, do it now. That first action is the lever that moves everything else. Remember, progress doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from doing something consistent. So don't let the size of the goal scare you. Shrink it down, get started, and let the power of small steps carry you forward. The journey belongs to the one who starts. Let that be you today. Discipline is the bridge between intent and achievement. Everyone wants success. Everyone has goals, between saying it and seeing it, between hoping and having. Without discipline, the best ideas die in notebooks. Without discipline, the strongest intentions collapse under pressure. Without discipline, your future becomes a wish, not a result. Let me break it down for you. Intent is where it starts. You decide what you want, you set a goal, you feel motivated. That's great, but it's not enough. The world doesn't reward good intentions. It rewards follow through. It rewards consistency. It rewards effort, repeated, refined, and repeated again. And that's where discipline comes in. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when the bed feels warm. It's working on the project when distractions are calling. It's choosing growth over comfort. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline asks, what did you commit to? And then it holds you to it. Now, don't confuse discipline with punishment. Discipline isn't something you do to yourself, it's something you do for yourself. It's the gift you give your goals, the structure that protects your progress. Now, let's talk about something crucial. Motivation. Have you ever woken up feeling fired up, ready to conquer the world, only to feel completely flat by noon? That's motivation. It's emotional, temporary, and it fades fast. Here's the powerful truth. If you want lasting results, you must replace motivation with habit. Motivation is wonderful. It gets you started, but motivation is like a spark. It lights the fire, but doesn't keep it burning. What keeps the fire alive? Habit. It's what you do consistently, not once in a while, but every single day. The real secret to success isn't how high you jump when you're excited. It's how steady you walk when you're tired. And that consistency comes from habit. Here's where most people go wrong. They keep waiting to feel like it. They say, when I feel motivated, I'll start. When I'm in the mood, I'll take action. The truth is, feelings follow action, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel good to do the work. You do the work, and that builds the feeling. Successful people don't depend on emotion. They depend on structure. They have habits that run whether they're motivated or not. Here's the truth. You won't always feel like doing the right thing, but if you've built the habit, you'll do it anyway. That's the power of automation. You don't have to fight yourself every day. You've trained your system to support your success. Building a habit isn't magic, it's repetition. It's doing the right thing long enough for it to become part of you. And here's the good news. You don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to do it consistently. Start small, be specific, and repeat. For example, if you want to get in shape, don't aim for 2 hours at the gym. Start with a 10-minute walk every day. If you want to write a book, don't wait for inspiration. Set a timer for 15 minutes and write. Make it automatic, make it non-negotiable, make it part of your identity. Because here's the truth. Motivation starts the race, but habit finishes it. If you want to live a life of discipline, achievement, and peace of mind, you need habits you can count on even when your mood is unpredictable. So what's one small action you can turn into a daily habit starting today? Not once a week, not when it's convenient, every day. Write it down, commit to it. Make it simple enough to succeed, but consistent enough to grow. Motivation's the push, habit is the engine. If you build the right habits, success becomes automatic. Let's build those habits now while the energy is high and the vision is clear. Once your habits are working for you, now let's talk about getting clear or staying stuck. If you're feeling stuck right now, spinning your wheels, hesitating, procrastinating, here's the most likely reason you're not clear. And when clarity is missing, action disappears. It's not laziness, it's not weakness, it's confusion. You don't know exactly what to do, why to do it, or how it fits into the bigger picture. And here's something crucial. The mind resists what is vague but responds to what is clear. If your goals are foggy, if your vision is half-baked, if your plans are just a wish list, you'll hesitate, delay, and overthink. And that paralysis will cost you the most valuable thing you have, your time. Here's the good news. Clarity is a skill. Like any skill, you can develop it. You don't have to get specific. Let's start simple. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want? Not someday, but right now. What does success look like? What does it feel like? The daily actions that lead to clarity and momentum are simple but powerful. Start by writing down your goals every day. This turns your goals from abstract ideas into tangible, actionable items. Along with this, make it a habit to take one small step every day, no matter how small. Every bit of progress counts and creates momentum. Set clear intentions for your day each morning. Knowing exactly what you need to achieve helps direct your energy toward what matters most. At the end of each day, review your progress. Reflect on what you accomplish and what needs improvement. Consistency is the key. The more you commit to these small daily actions, the more it becomes part of your routine, and routines lead to success. Why does it matter to you? What's the emotional reason behind the goal? Without a strong emotional connection to your goals, your commitment will be fragile. Your why is what drives you when the going gets tough. When you connect emotionally to your goal, you'll have the resilience to push through obstacles. Clarity creates conviction, and conviction drives action. Action leads to results. When you're clear on what you want, why you want it, and how to get started, fear loses its hold. No more guessing or wondering, now you're in control. This shift transforms your mindset and gives you confidence. Take this challenge. Write down your goal, be specific, attach a deep emotional reason behind it, break it down into actionable steps, and once it's clear, take immediate action. Don't wait for the clarity to fade. Act on it right away. If you wait too long, even clarity can turn into procrastination. Create urgency around your goal. Without urgency, we tend to remain stuck in planning mode. Set a deadline for your goal and commit to it. A deadline adds weight and urgency to your goal. It's no longer a vague idea, it becomes real, and the clock starts ticking. Take it further by making a public commitment. Tell someone about your goal. Share with a friend, a mentor, or your audience. By putting your goal out there, you create accountability, And that accountability increases pressure. This pressure isn't negative. It's the kind that drives action and ensures you follow through. And this isn't about showing off, but proving to yourself that you can follow through and deliver. When you set a goal, give it a deadline, speak it out loud, and then take the first step right away. Get your goals out in the open and let them challenge you. Deadlines give you direction. Public commitment adds pressure, and pressure creates progress. To win, you have to raise your level of responsibility and make it hard to back out. To make real progress, you must build a system that makes quitting uncomfortable. So think about it. What's one goal you've been keeping to yourself? What's one outcome you've been quietly postponing? Set a date, tell someone who matters, and start now. The time for casual intentions is over. The time for real urgency is here. Decide, declare, and deliver. That's how progress is made. To do this, you have to avoid the procrastination traps: perfectionism, distraction, and excuses. The deadly trio that robs more potential than failure ever could. Let's start with perfectionism. On the surface, perfectionism may seem like a good thing. Who doesn't want to do things right? But here's the truth. Perfectionism isn't the pursuit of excellence. It's the fear of being judged. That tells you to wait, to delay, to not take action until everything is perfect. But while you wait for the perfect moment, time passes, opportunities slip away, and your courage slowly fades. The truth is, done is better than perfect. Progress beats perfection every time. The world doesn't need your perfect work. It needs your work. Consistent, honest, and always improving. Next, let's talk about distraction. We live in a world that thrives on stealing your focus. Notifications, social media, constant interruptions. These things want your attention. If you don't take control, you'll end up wasting your day on tasks that don't move you closer to your goals. Distraction gives the illusion of productivity, but activity is not achievement. You have to protect your focus like it's your most valuable asset. Set boundaries. Build time blocks where you do only one thing at a time, and do it well. Finally, we come to excuses. Excuses are lies. They're the stories we tell ourselves to avoid taking action. I'm too tired. I'm not ready. I don't have time. I'll do it tomorrow. The truth is, successful people face the same challenges. They feel tired, they have doubts, and they don't always have time either. But they choose to act anyway. Here's the principle. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Excuses may give you temporary comfort, but they will chain you for a lifetime. So what do? You expose these traps, you call them out for what they are, and then you move forward anyway. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You don't need more time. You need more discipline. You don't need to wait for the perfect mood. You need to take the next step. Ask yourself, which trap do you fall into most? Perfectionism, distraction, or excuses? Write it down, make it visible, and build a plan to overcome it. Because the enemy of execution isn't failure, it's delay. And these three traps are masters of delay. Don't let procrastination steal another day. Push forward, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, even if it's hard. Momentum is born the moment you break free from the trap and do what you said you would do. Let's finish strong. Design a daily routine that forces progress. If you want to stop procrastinating for good, if you want to move from intent to impact, here's the truth you must understand. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the strength of your routine. Motivation is great to get you started, but it's your daily habits that determine how far you'll go. Success doesn't show up by surprise. It shows up through structure, through rhythm, through repetition. The best performers in any field don't leave their progress to chance. They design their days to create it. They build routines that force growth. Now, what does that mean? It means creating a daily plan that leaves no room for indecision. You wake up and know what needs to be done, no guessing, no waiting for the mood, just action. Here's the key. Your routine must serve your priorities, not your mood. Let's break it down. Start with your mornings. That's where momentum begins. The first hour of your day sets the tone for the rest. Do you wake up with intention? Do you plan your top 3 tasks? Do you own your time, or does your phone own it for you? Design a morning routine that wakes up your mind and focuses your energy. Read, write, move, decide. Then schedule your day in blocks. Focus time for focused work. No distractions, no multitasking. One task, one block, one win at a time. And don't forget this, build non-negotiables into your day. These are the actions that move your life forward no matter how you feel. For example, write for 30 minutes, reach out to one client, practice your skill, review your goals, read something that sharpens your thinking. The point is, your routine should pull you forward, not wait for you to feel ready. And here's something powerful. Track your habits. When you measure progress, you multiply it. What gets tracked gets done. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I don't want my life to feel robotic. But let me tell you, a strong routine doesn't limit you. It frees you. It clears the clutter. It creates mental space. And it gives you peace because you're no longer living in chaos. Discipline builds structure. Structure builds consistency. And consistency delivers results. So what's one routine you can start tomorrow morning? Not 10 things, just one. Make it simple, but non-negotiable. That's how you start building momentum. And soon enough, that one routine will be the foundation for your success. Build that habit, anchor it in your day, and then add another. Here's the truth. You won't change your life with a single decision. You'll change it with daily design. Design your day so progress becomes automatic, so excellence becomes your default. Success becomes a matter of when, not if. You don't need more time. You need a better structure, a structure that demands your best even on your worst days. Build it, live it, refine it, and watch what happens. Don't just plan the life you want. Start living it now. So here we are at the end of this journey, but really it's not the end, it's the beginning. All the ideas in the world, all the goals, all the plans mean nothing without action. You've heard the strategies, you've learned the principles, you know what's stopping you, and you know what to do next. Now it's time to decide. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is action. Not more thinking, not more researching, not more waiting for the perfect moment. Start. Start now. Start small if you have to, but start. Procrastination is not a schedule problem. It's a decision problem. And the decision is simple. Will you move or will you wait? Let me remind you, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. You don't need all the answers. You just need to take the first step. You don't need the confidence to finish. You need the courage to begin. So get up, get focused, get serious, set the alarm earlier, make the list shorter, make the habits stronger, make the distractions fewer, and above all, make yourself the kind of person who follows through. This isn't just about productivity. This is about becoming someone you can be proud of, someone who lives with intention, with purpose, with direction. So don't just plan the life you want, start living it now. You've waited long enough. The rest of your life isn't on the calendar. It starts with what you do today. So let's go, let's move, let's build, because the clock is ticking and your best days are not behind you. They're waiting to be built. One decision, one action, one disciplined day at a time. If you've been putting things off, waiting for the right time or for motivation to magically appear, this is your wake-up call. Procrastination isn't something you can afford to keep letting control your life. The longer you wait, the more time slips away and the more distant your goals become. But here's the truth. The power to stop procrastinating is in your hands right now. It doesn't take some grand moment of inspiration. It takes action. It takes the courage to start, no matter how small. So ask yourself, will you keep waiting or will you take that first step today? The time to stop procrastinating is now. Let's make it happen together.